The project to beat all unbeaten author times in Trackmania is almost complete. Right now, there are only 35 maps remaining, out of over 300,000 that have been posted in total before 2026. In this video, I will attempt, perhaps foolishly, to take one more map off the list and be useful in the project one final time. The stuff that remains is truly bottom of the barrel map, so I really don't know how this is gonna go, but I wanna do my part one more time. So let's boot up and see if we can find something to play. Looking at this list, we really are not spoiled for choice. You got campaign remakes, checkpoint 1 end, you've got khaki, you've got unfinished reactor maps, you've got maxed out ice map, turtle trial. It's just like modern art. Impossible author time for Sano. We're gonna boot up a couple and just see what the maps are and what we can do. We pop a can, and and we get going. Can of water, guys, can of water. All right, so this map, 10 months without a finisher. Why was this unfinished? We have some holes and a plastic wall, and the author wants us to fly through here to the finish, is that right? There's also a bottom layer with even more boosters, which probably is where we're going. This looks a whole lot more promising, but we're driving on ice, and that seems strange. But let's start the green timer and give it a try here. Let's see what we can do here. I admittedly have pretty low hope of beating this one, but you never know. I mean, the map is intimidating in its appearance, right? So I think a lot of people would be discouraged as soon as they see this map to even try it. See, we got something interesting there. If we turn the car more on the ice, we'll get a plastic bounce with the back of the car. But what I don't get is what is supposed to happen here. Ah, is the wall? I'm not tripping, right? Like that is not a 90-degree angle. If I was in school right now, you know, I would draw one of these. And was it 1 if it was... No, it was 2 if it was a obtuse angle, if it was greater than 90 degrees, right? I feel like I remember that, right? The wall will actually help you get that last bounce if you get the first one. Because that is one thing I couldn't understand. So we definitely have to hold brake on the ice to turn around quickly, but it feels more possible to go out to the side. That is what I'm thinking. Like, going through the middle one again just feels wrong with where the car is headed. And it might be best to open this in the map editor without trying too much at the start, just to get a sense of how difficult the ending is. So that when I do get the start right, I won't waste that opportunity. Let's try a bit though. Let's try one real attempt before we open it in map editor. Surely. Oh, can I do that? Can you slow down and just drive? Yeah, because you don't have to full speed it, I suppose. And you cannot stop and drive, okay. I am curious enough. Let's open this in map editor, guys, and see if the ending is hard. So now I open the map in map editor, I just placed checkpoints and removed a lot of the junk that makes it hard to aim. And it's really just to get a sense of how it's supposed to work. Like, do I drive or do I bounce directly down there is what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so that is a very powerful plastic bounce angle if you're a little diagonal. What about the other way? Ah, it might be that one. I've never seen a more powerful plastic bounce. So I don't think it can be that. I also don't think it's a full nose hit. Maybe you need to fully turn around. Yeah, something like that, probably. So maybe the start is actually the hard part. I really thought it was going to be the ending. That was the difficult part of this map, but this is the start with 0 obstacles, and I can't fully do it. Okay, so that was something. I mean, it's obviously not fully realistic. I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. Let's just try the ending. So, how is this supposed to work? You have to hit with the back of the car here. It's the only way. Crash straight across. and force it to bounce, but like you have to go. Oh, it's engine off. Engine off, no steer. Okay, so we're definitely going for the middle. But even then, it's like, man. That is not easy. I'm also noticing like the author time is 28 seconds. And this would take 15 or so if you get a direct finish. So he probably did have a quite slow ending or spent time setting it up at the ending. Yeah, because like, you could fly through here, but say that doesn't happen. You're at the mercy of getting over to one of these resets, setting up, and trying to climb over the stuff. Okay, yeah, this map is gonna be painful, I think. Unless it just happens to work, you know? What if it just happens to work when we try? Guess I drift a lot to left. What if I hold right? That is very interesting. Yeah, guys, I think this is the strategy. So, making a lot of progress on this, I would say. And that is like the thing with every Trackmania map. It seems really difficult at first, a lot of things, but you have to compile it into small chunks of things to do, right? Like doing all of this in one go at first seems impossible, and it's like, okay, how do we do the start? How do we do the plastic bounce in the ending? How do we recover the ending? And then each part suddenly doesn't appear so difficult, and you can do that for turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 on a map, or checkpoint 1, 2, 3 on a trial map, etc. What if I go slow? Guys, I think I'm just going slow because I'm trying this like fancy full speed hit. But let's remember that the author time is pretty slow as well. And that we can likely beat it just with a brake turnaround. Yeah. No. Does the mapper know about anti-boost drifting though? Because yes, you can drift through those. And we have our first end attempt. Please be direct. Damn it. Okay. One end attempt. The yellow boosters are kind of pointless. Unless you need a lot of speed for the last plastic bounce to work. This is maybe a bit lame, but we can crash the wall of the red booster that gives acceleration penalty. It slows you down a ton, because the booster doesn't work when you have acceleration penalty. And from there you can... Oh yeah, oh yeah. Look, being lame when there's 34 maps left, I think that's fine. 35. That looks very good. Oh, and that might be why the yellow boosters are there. It's not to prevent you from continuing necessarily, but to make the ones that clip the edge not land. They do have a function, but they can't stop this one. And attempt number 2. Not bad. Seriously not bad. Oh, okay, so we are between the boosters. I'm gonna drift through now. Okay, 28. We are relying on direct finish here. Best attempt yet. Best attempt yet. I need the car to be perfectly backwards as it hits the plastic, I think, to get... Because there's quite a difference in how much momentum it keeps when it's like fully backwards. So releasing a bit more to turn around a bit more is the missing piece, like fully backwards like that, and it makes it. Okay, low speed setup here, but very quick. Ah, nice. The only thing I'm scared of is that it's not enough speed somehow. Like, the best strategy could be forced with the yellow boosts if you have to spin through them. Like, you get one of these plastic bounces with a lot of spin, and you could keep more speed through the yellow boosters by spinning. Or jumping, okay. Wait. Oh, I thought that was good. 13 seconds there, okay. Maybe what we are missing is some khaki music, guys. I realize that there might be people that don't know what khaki is that are watching this video. So it's a yearly Trackmania competition that has just insanely difficult maps, and it's basically just characterized by being short, very difficult tricks that often have the cars stunt around and do cool things. And for that event, we have a tradition where people make music for the event, singing about drinking a lot of soda and staying up all night and dodging all your responsibilities to play khaki and get more finishes. And oftentimes, we beat more maps when listening to khaki music, so that's what's blessing our ears right now. Nice. That was fast. I would argue that the speed we have is definitely enough. And I would also argue that the khaki music is helping. That's like dead center. Maybe that's a bad one. So many other people in the community are doing the same thing right now. It's very inspiring. I feel I often lack some knowledge, and instead of trying to attain that knowledge, I just brute force, and it takes me a lot longer than what it might if I spend a few minutes here to train. So let's see. Okay, this is about the lowest speed we're gonna get. Dude, I almost one-shot it, and I did zero input. I just pressed forward. I think the counter steer makes the back of the car crash the tile. Whereas if I don't counter steer, that doesn't happen. But yeah, most of these are slowdowns. Yeah, the rare part is not getting the slowdown. No, okay, so here, right, left, right. Yeah, okay. Man. Right, left, and then right. The right, left seems like it doesn't do anything. But it has to do with where the center of gravity is in the car, which is a strange thing. If I just press forward, the car drops down straight. But if I do a right, left, you see that it's angled? Because when you steer, you change the point of gravity that the car has, the center of gravity. Center of mass, I think is more accurate to say. So by doing a right, left, I'm trying to affect that parameter to make it clip in a more favorable way. I'll put a checkpoint just after the wheel clip. And this is just so that I can see what the counter steer actually does. Oh my god, this was like the perfect one. Look at how fast that is. And so you kind of have to ask yourself, like, are you better going for the middle one? The side ones you can't really reach, actually, it's true. Guys, we have to go back. We have to get every attempt to the end, and this one is gonna fall. Okay, first attempt at the end after practice. Oh my god, that was a lot of speed. No! Whew. Oh my god, 1 hour approaching. I was expecting this to take over an hour if I committed for it. But, it's gone fast. It's gone very fast. Yeah. Perfectly middle is no good. If you look at the whole block, it's actually like 2 blocks connected. That's not something the mapper did, just the devs did, right? And the middle point here, if you really drive onto this, you crash into 2 blocks at once. I think that's what's happening. Whoa. This, we need to remember what happened. That is an important attempt. What just happened? We gotta figure this out. Okay, I think it's this attempt, so... I was right side steering left. Right side steering left. So here, or to the right side, we're steering left. I don't... Okay, honestly? Like, I realized that the steering input to the side might help reduce the slowdown that you get on the clip. So can I reverse that? Can I go here with the rights? If I'm angled to the right and I hit the left side, wouldn't that be the same thing? That sure looks like the same thing. Okay, I'm sensing that we're getting somewhere with this. Yeah, look. Okay, I would cry. I would cry on camera if this was a real run. We are seeing interesting things happen here on these bounce. We need to put the check pin a little bit further back. My plan is to cross the middle and then steer like that. And this is one of those. Look at this. This is probably what the mapper had, and here you'd have to clutch up. Wow, and I would actually lose. I'd actually lose if that was me. I'm a little skeptical about this still, but that is better than anything I've had, so I gotta run with it. We return to the map. Alright, so here we get our first try at the line. So we cross the middle, and I didn't get back on the right side, but it's still a pretty good attempt. What about this one? Oh, speed. Okay. Go. What did I hit? No, there was a lamp. I saw this. I saw the trajectory would go into the wall here and pinball me to the reset, and I would dodge the first one here and probably make it, but I could not see the lights. I literally thought I crashed into nothing. I'm making this harder for myself than it is. Like, I can definitely slow down more in the start. Okay. That was such a good attempt. I felt it, but the bounce was just not there. Oh, come on. This is falling soon, guys. This is falling soon. Oh. Bro, you gotta be kidding. This right here is a war crime. That is a war crime. What is that? I said I was gonna cry on camera, but my god, I'm gonna hold my tears for now and just keep driving. That is unbelievable, though. It looked so perfect. I can't believe it. No. Come on. That's bad. It doesn't climb it. Oh my god. Oh. I'm losing hope, losing hope. This one is gonna fall. Oh my god. Yes! Yes! Bro, I was looking at the other screen. This is the worst run I've driven on the map. But I did it. I did it. Oh my god. If this stopped in front of the finish line, I would lose it. We beat an unbeaten overtime. And that is one ticked off the list, guys. Unbelievable. I cannot believe that just happened, but okay, let's quickly watch it back in slow motion. So, crash the wall strategy worked out. This was not great, but it's fine. Landing sideways. I clipped, so I did the drift strategy through the boosters. Here I'm watching a video. I'm sorry, I'm like distracted driver on the road. It's crazy. The setup, the right tap here, not too much. Hitting on the side, visibly so. But it goes up, hits with the nose, and still gets pushed so high and far. Barely between all the squares, like, oh my, we almost crashed this one, which would have been terrible. And then, you know, it's engine off, it's no steer, there's not much I can do, but we like roll down the pipe, and we get some momentum from that. And as the car tips, it tips just my god. I am so relieved. I'm so relieved. Okay. Oh, Juliana just got one. What? Just as I opened a stream. GG. That's one more beaten, and he also beat a khaki map just now. I opened the stream to flex, but he instantly mogged me with what looks like a much harder map. Oh my god. Turn around to forwards, and then there was some wheel clip. Oh, he's already finished the map, by the way. He finished this with a slower run. Ah, that's crazy. So guys, I thought maybe I was gonna play more maps in this video. It ended up being one map for 3 hours, but we can exit victorious. One map off the list, and Giuliano got one as well, so now we're at 33 maps, and the count is going down every day. Join the Unbeaten Author Time Discord or click the Unbeaten Author Time website to follow the progress of the project and see if you can beat a map yourself. Some of them are luck-based, so even players that don't play a lot of Trackmania can beat them. Anyways, I'm yapping, I'm babbling. I'll leave you guys alone for now. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.